Hi, I'm Tim Coombs, co-pastor of Trinity Presbyterian Church in Scotia, New York, and a member of the network of biblical storytellers. To learn more about its mission, go to nbsint.org. The story of the Prodigal Son is one of three parables about finding the lost in the 15th chapter of Luke's Gospel. The first is about a shepherd who goes and finds a lost sheep. The next parable is about a woman who sweeps her house in order to find a lost coin. But then we come to the bigger story known as the Prodigal Son, or sometimes called the Forgiving Father. And the story begins with the son telling his father that he wants his inheritance now, which in other words is saying, I'd rather you be dead, and so I could have the property. Well, the father actually gives him his share of the property, and the son goes off and sells it and goes to a distant land where he blows the living on riotous living. But when his money is spent, a famine hits the land, and the son can only get a job feeding pigs. That's the worst thing that a Jew could do, because pigs were unclean animals. In fact, the son would rather eat the pods the pigs were eating, and then he gets an idea. He says, I know. I'll go home to my father and say, Father, I've sinned against heaven and against you. Treat me as one of your hired servants. This ain't food to eat. And so he sets off. And while he's on his way, his father sees him and runs out to greet him. Now, in those days, fathers with land did not run anywhere, but this father does. He runs and embraces him. And the son says, Oh, Father, I've sinned against heaven and against you. I'm not worthy to be called your son. And the father stops him and says to a servant, Go, bring a ring, bring shoes for his feet and a robe, and kill the fatted calf. But we must celebrate this son of mine was dead and is alive, it was lost, and is now found. And they celebrated. Now the older brother was in the fields working, and when he comes home, he hears the festival going on. He finds out that his brother has returned, and he refuses to go in the house. And so the father runs out to greet him and to cajole him to come inside. And he says, No, Father, I have been such a loyal son, and this other son of yours comes home after squandering your money on harlots, and you kill a fatted calf for him. You never did that for me. And the father says to him, We had to celebrate because this brother of yours was dead and now is alive, was lost and now is found. It's a story for the people who are in the community, who reject the outsiders, those they would consider sinners. But the forgiving Father is merciful upon all who return.